9,000 feet high in the Colorado Rockies. This might very well be a picture postcard one would buy in the gift shop here in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Hello, everyone. I'm Dave Despain along with Michael Waltrip, and we've come to this beautiful setting for another NASCAR adventure. My first question to my co-host today, you don't get a lot of time off from the racetrack. Why come and accept the challenge here of a NASCAR adventure?
Well, when you race door to door and even closer sometimes at close to 200 miles an hour, obviously you kind of have an adventurous spirit about you, and man, this place looks like it offers a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to getting busy and getting after some of it.
Well, the other side of that question is guys who do this to each other for a living, I wouldn't imagine that they would necessarily want to be the kind of guys who'd go hang out with each other, that you wouldn't all be big buddies.
Well, when you're at the racetrack, that's the case. You know, you kind of stay to yourself and concentrate on what you're doing. But when you get away from the track, you know, I know what Jeff Bodine and some of these other guys went through to get where they are today, and I appreciate that in them because I know how tough it was for me to get the Winston Cup. We all got stories to tell, and we like to share them. They're fun to hang out with.
Let's find out who these other guys are. You brought four pretty good friends up with you. Who's here?
Yeah, like I mentioned, Jeff Bodine, the winner of the 1986 Daytona 500, and a winter sports expert himself. He's now heavily involved in the USA bobsled team. He's here. I don't know if that'll give him an advantage in some of the things we're planning on doing or not. We also brought Kenny Wallace from St. Louis, Missouri. Also Ted Musgrave out of Wisconsin. He comes from up there where the cheeseheads hang out.
Used to this cold weather.
Down south now. I think he'll feel right at home here. And from Alabama, Steve Grissom. Now, he's the guy I think we might have a little bit of fun with. It doesn't snow a whole lot in Alabama, and I'm sure Steve's going to be foreign to some of the activities we're partaking in.
5 guys whom I guarantee you can turn anything into a race. There'll be a lot of camaraderie here. I think there'll be a lot of competition, too, as we enjoy a Colorado NASCAR adventure. Stay tuned for the fun right after the break.
Oh, no! I don't like it when I'm not at the controls.
Steamboat Springs, Colorado is the home of some of the world's greatest skiers and of the Bridgestone Winter Driving School, and that's where this NASCAR adventure begins, appropriately enough. But before we hit the ice, time for a little instruction. And as these veteran drivers would soon be reminded, navigating on ice and snow is a lot different from what they're used to.
Try and get comfortable on the surface that we're driving on, which is going to be pretty slippery. You're going to find that where you need the grip the most, it's going to get the slipperiest. So try and avoid turning the wheel more if you feel the car starting to push, but reduce the steering angle a little bit and just stay off the gas and the brake. And you'll find that's the most effective way to get through the corners. But keep in mind that no amount of technique is going to overcome the laws of physics. So if we don't slow down for the corners, we will end up in the snowbank.
How forgiving is a snowbank?
Yeah. They are somewhat forgiving, but not as forgiving as the quarter panels on the car.
Are there walls in that snow that we can't see? Guardrails?
No. It's just piled up snow.
Won't be too bad, Kenny.
Now, just as class was finishing up, we had a visit from legendary downhill skier Billy Kidd. He's now director of skiing at Steamboat Resort and serves as Steamboat's unofficial welcome wagon.
I just wanted to come and say welcome. I know you're up here doing some serious training in case Daytona ever freezes over.
Yeah. I know sometimes we feel like it does.
With our in-class instruction complete, a short drive over to the track and a chance for our heroes to get some on-course instruction, both collectively and individually.
We go in the clockwise direction just because the terrain on the track kind of helps. There's a couple corners going the other direction where you can get up too much speed, where you can get into trouble. So this is really a fun way to drive.
E-brake it, e-brake. There we go. All right. He cheated. He cheated.
Here you can try side-to-side rebound.
Side to side. Oh, yeah. I like it. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Oh, he's pushing, though. Like, yeah.
And then you just got to wait. When you start losing the front end, just be patient.
All right. Yeah. Good job. That was great.
Yeah, I thought we had a snowbank.
Man, we had that baby spun out. Look, we can't see nothing. Oh, no. I don't like it when I'm not at the controls.
oh, we made it.
Lord.
Help me.
Man.
Help me.
This looks like one of those. Did we all fit in that? Come on, Steve.
Circus wagon here.
Oh,
That was great.
that was great. Good driver.
That was a good deal. I like that. Trouble is, every time we get in a slide, what we do for a living, we scream and yell a lot. Every time we were sliding in the van, we're all screaming.
Laughing, though.
All right. I don't want to get this car dirty, especially after it goes in for service after putting quarter panels on.
See ya.
Well,
Jeff, how does it feel compared to Daytona?
Well,
Is this what Daytona feels like?
it does sometimes, yeah. We get to slipping and sliding. I'd like to think we have a little more control at Daytona than what we're seeing here today.
Oh, good. Even the coach can do that.
We needed to shave that back a little. That was a little extra snow left out there from plowing the other day.
Okay.
Ready to give it a try?
How about it, NASCAR? Are you ready to give it a try?
We're in turn 5.
Well, that's all right. We can just pick it up.
Hey, man. Put her in there deep.
Yeah, let's go. We can do this.
Oh! Don't run into my car.
All right.
Michael Waltrip, high, wide, and handsome.
With a dead push till the very last moment.
On the inside, Jeff Bodine. Bodine on the inside of Waltrip as he goes down the long pine straightaway here at Pocono, Pennsylvania. The
Hey, he's got more power.
station wagon has more power. He's going to try to get underneath you again.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna do it.
Bodine gets underneath. Gets there. Where's Waltrip back underneath? The move was for nothing. We got a sandwich.
I could have won if I had wanted to lay a fender on him.
What a race, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody come in. We need to start timing, too.
Okay, car number 2, we will be pitting this time. Bring it in for 4 tires and fuel. 4 tires and Unical gasoline.
Jeff and Teddy Rex. Jeff and Teddy Rex. What about you? Well, I didn't stop. I didn't never stop. I couldn't find a handbrake. It's hard to convince, you get caught, right? It's hard to convince a team when you come dragging in just 3 tires, even though you didn't stop. That you didn't wreck. I mean, if they can't find the right front, you know, all that, they're going to assume you wrecked.
With that, the time for talk is over. We'll find out which of our Winston Cup heroes can master the ice driving course when NASCAR Adventures continues.
He's fighting.
2 laps from a standing start to a rolling finish. So we'll be starting here at the orange cones will be the start-finish line. 2 complete laps, same direction that we've been taking the track. And then just a rolling finish.
Whoa! We do knocking some sense in, do we?
I want you to get fired up.
All right! All right!
3, 2, 1, go!
Uh-oh, that's wasted time. Dave, earlier when we were out there together, Kenny Wallace had a terrible time negotiating the part of the track he's coming through right now. He wanted to carry too much speed in, slid the car way out of whack.
You don't have any idea what you're talking about, do you?
Well,
You're just
they
making
said
this
to
up.
make this up, and that's what I'm doing. But I'll tell you, this is fun, and Kenny probably enjoyed it more than anybody. He was my we were partners in the deal, riding along together, and I couldn't concentrate for him screaming and laughing at me.
Here's my question. Now that they got the watches running, how much more serious is it going to be?
Well, you don't understand. I mean, it's amazing how Winston Cup competitors are when you get us together on deals like that. You know, we go and laugh and have a big time at dirt races and stuff, but when they throw the green flag, the guy that wins the race is the one that everybody, you know, you talk about the race all the way home. So the guy that won kind of gets to have his head blowed up a little bit. And this deal here, if we talk about it all the way home, we're a long way from home. So you're going to have to listen to it for a long time.
You know what amazed
He's
me?
into the snowbank on his So we'll be serious about this. I mean, we'll have fun, but the guy that loses the worst time out of all of us has got to buy at the warming up hole.
I was impressed last night over dinner when you guys were talking about some of those little dirt races you run. I mean, you run 30 cup races, and then you run all these little local things. and you could remember a year and a half ago what gear you ran and what RPM you were turning down the straightaway, I mean, does that just go into the computer and you never forget it, or how does that work?
It's just our life. I mean, it's everything to us. Even this, I mean, I'll never forget this. This is fun, you know, it's a different experience.
At every place.
Right.
I'm going to wait till I go out before I decide if I want to remember it or not. I might come in last.
3:16.57 for the first time on the track. So that'll be the time to beat.
Kenny Wallace with an incredible performance sets the pace at 3:16.57. Michael Waltrip can't wait to ask him the question of the day, which he's making up as we speak.
Kenny.
Yeah, Michael.
What happened?
Well, you know, I mean,
God, that was fun, wasn't it?
I went down that long pond straightaway like Pocono, Pennsylvania, and I wanted to get in there, but I couldn't, you know, I didn't have my Jericho in there to get down to third. And, well, my biggest problem, okay, I'll make all the excuses I want. My biggest problem was this last corner up here.
Here comes Jeff Bodine. Let's critique his style through this corner while we interview you.
If he doesn't get up on the wall, he's done a hell of a job.
Oh, he's pushing.
Better than me.
Better than you.
He did. Oh,
That's
no.
it from here, ladies and gentlemen. From the man himself, better than him. We'll have to see if the stopwatch reflects that.
1:39.3. He knocked 4 seconds off the first lap time.
Oh, no, and you said you messed up the second lap?
I messed up both laps.
Golly. I want to go next.
I'm ready to go snowmobiling.
Uh-oh. He spun the car. He spun the car.
That was a 5-second penalty. Now, if he beats my time doing that, I was really bad.
Kenny Wallace,
3:17.29.
Yeah!
You needed the camera down there.
that has to be disappointing for the former Daytona 500 champion. Doesn't it?
I'm devastated.
Can you
totally
believe?
devastated.
I'm going to hurt your feelings even worse.
Okay.
First lap split, you had a 4-second lead over young Kenny Wallace, St. Louis, Missouri. Where did it go, Jeff?
The
How did you let it
cameraman grabbed me. That's how bad you had me beat. Awesome.
Hey, but Kenny, it's not who led at halfway. Who led halfway at North Wilkesboro in the spring? You ain't got no idea is my point.
No,
who won the race?
You're right. You know, he's right. I mean, in the newspaper, they never say who led the whole race.
What we're saying is Kenny Wallace is the leader of the competition so far.
Oh, no. Well, I got a headache.
I have a pre-race strategy question for Michael Waltrip now. Wallace stuffs it in the fence and runs 3:16. Bodine does a complete 360 and runs 3:17. So now what's your strategy going to be?
If I don't beat him, I'm going to say I hit something.
Works for me. Go get him.
Okay.
Come on, Mike.
Okay, Mike. Try test, take chances, win.
Pumped up.
Okay.
Go
Did
for
y'all
it.
have the windows up or down?
I had it down.
Why? Cold.
3, 2, 1, go. Nice start. No wheel spin. 3:16.42.
Oh, he just eclipsed me. Just eclipsed me. My heart is broken.
Oh, no.
That lap was not what I was looking for. Neither one of them.
What lap were you looking for?
I thought that maybe I should have run, like, into more stuff.
I noticed that down here in turn 8, you took a whole different line than Kenny and Jeff. They came wide. You came down on the bottom. You trying to get better bite down there? Tell me before I get in, because I want to know, because you got the quick time.
You just have to understand I have no idea what I'm doing. That's just where I happen to wind up.
I'll be in good shape, because I don't know what I'm doing either, so we'll give it a whirl. We ready?
We have a new leader. It's going to be hard to keep his attention on the winter interview because he's watching Ted Musgrave, what, pre-race favorite, you think, with that Wisconsin experience? Michael
have to
Waltrip,
think so.
3:16.42. Is Musgrave the guy to beat?
I think so. He was awful tough in practice, and he's a cheesehead, no doubt about it. And he spent a lot of time on the ice and snow, and he's probably even fished in ice, and I've never even done that. I'd say I'm in trouble right now, Dave, but, you know, you never know. You have to see the whole 2 laps. You have to critique the whole deal and then look at the stopwatch. What else are you going to do? Ted, did you hear me? You're 3 seconds behind. You're going to have to make up a lot of time up there in that high end of the course. Come back, good buddy. Over. We're pulling for you. Everybody in the viewing area is really cheering for you, hoping you don't mess up in turn 8.
It's real slippery right there. You pushed there a minute ago. No, he didn't push. Ted, it looks like you... What's it look like, timing and scoring?
Oh, I'm still second! Yes! I'm second! I'm second!
Go.
Is it like that where everybody here is laughing when they take off?
Yep.
Not as much as the guys laughing in the car, though.
Well, you're fourth.
What do we got? 3:28.73.
Steve Grissom, what happened?
Car just wasn't working. I told the guys, man, they got to get this thing to handling. They just wouldn't listen.
How frustrating is this for a guy who came all the way from Alabama to try to show these boys the fast way around in the snow?
It's not near as frustrating for me as it was for that camera guy standing right here.
Well, he's
He
getting paid
left.
a lot of money to
He
do that.
Now can I get a push?
How are we going to get him out of here? And so the NASCAR Adventures winter driving competition is over, and the man who withstood all of the challenges and skittered away with the championship from Owensboro, Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Waltrip.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more NASCAR Adventures right after this. Well, the ice driving competition was a lot of fun, and it got these guys' blood up. Next thing you know, our 5 Winston Cup drivers decided, let's try a little different kind of vehicle. For that, a short ride to the Flying Diamond Ranch and snowmobile competition. I want to start with a question of experience level. You got all the right clothes, but how much of this have you ever actually done?
Well, we rented them in Lake Tahoe a year ago and rode a couple hours one morning, and we didn't have time to do any more than that, but I would have stayed on it all day long. It's just a load of fun. I love it.
Do you guys know who he was renting to?
He didn't at first, but Jeff Gordon was there, and a couple other of my buddies from back home, and he stopped us midway through the first hour and said, okay, what's the deal here? Why are you guys like this? And we explained to him, and he kind of let us loosen up the reins a little bit, and man, it was great doing trails and running just through the countryside.
I got a feeling from the morning warm-up here that this could get pretty serious.
Yeah, we've to be a race car driver, you've got so much competition in you. You know, when you get out here, even when it's just for fun, you want to try to outrun the other guys, and they set up a little course for us. So I reckon before it's over, we'll be up there banging skis.
Whatever you bang on these things.
However that works.
I'm betting they don't do a lot of this where you come from. You ever, honest now, you ever been on one of these things?
This is the first time I've ever seen one of these things, other than in a picture, so it's pretty new to me.
I used to race these things when I was a kid, and I busted my butt plenty of times, so I know how to do that.
Help me out on that. How do you avoid that?
Don't get overconfident. As soon as you think you've mastered this thing, it'll show you you haven't. It'll throw you off.
Flying Diamond Snowmobile Trails, 3,000 acres, every imaginable place to go. What did the Winston Cup stars want? A little bitty oval, all left turns. Put Waltrip on the pole. He flipped in practice. Grissom's never done this. He can start on the outside, throw the green, and stand back.
More tires! Going out!
Kenny Wallace, congratulations. What a performance. Musgrave's over there shaking his head. Man, I couldn't touch him.
Oh, it was just a lot of fun. You know, I've never ran snowmobiles, but of course Rusty, my brother Mike, and us, we raced motocross a lot, so I don't know if that helped at all.
It got rough out there.
Oh, my gosh. I tell you, just like a dirt track. There was ruts out there, I know, 2 feet tall, and I kept running as hard as I could. Kept looking behind me every once in a while. Saved it.
Musgrave, get over here. I heard him talking, saying, yeah, you had motor, you had better setup. Now, what's the deal? What's the story? What's the excuse here?
There ain't no excuse. He just outdid me. You know, he would come out of the corner, and he must have had a little more momentum going because he got ahead of me, and I couldn't reel you back in. They just stayed about the same when the track got rough.
Well, I think when the track got rough, it was pretty bad for everybody.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that.
Well, this exciting day is about to come to an end. What an adventure it was, though. A bunch of Winston Cup drivers hanging around, relaxing on vacation. Only problem was there was cars, there was snowmobiles, and things like that involved, so we had to make a competition out of it. Every competition, there's winners and losers. Today's big winner, well, I won't tell who that was. But the loser's sitting right across from me, and he's got to buy us a cold round of beer. We've been cold all day, so might as well have a cold beer. Steve?
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks for being here, Steve.
Help yourself. A lot of people see us, see our racing deal, and see us battling on Sunday, running into each other, getting mad at each other, and they don't probably realize that we can sit around like this and you know, have a good time, talk about what we did today. I think the neat thing about it is, I mean, I got a lot of respect for you guys because y'all do what I do, you know, and I know what I've gone through to do what I do, so I appreciate that in y'all. And I think that's why we all get along so well when we get a chance to get off and just hang out like this.
We do work pretty hard, you know.
That's right.
It's a tough way to make a living. Yeah, it might not look like it, folks, but it is. It is.
We deserve a break every now and then. I like the cars best, though, this morning driving on that.
Yeah, you should. Hey,
Right.
the car.
Yeah, let's talk about that some. Y'all want to?
Who had the fast lap of the day?
Can you believe he keeps hammering that deal home?
Well, fast lap of the day. Who had
That
it?
lap was totally unofficial.
Well,
The official clocking, we've determined this earlier, who the winner was.
Okay. Jeff had the fastest lap of the day. You won the overall. I won the snowmobiling. Teddy was second in the snowmobiling.
I got the biggest dent in the car.
And me and Steve crashed each other.
Yeah, you got the biggest dent in the car. So you did something good.
Everybody is special for something today.
That's right.
We're going to continue debating this. Leave you guys to yourself for now. Let us kind of hash this out. But be sure to join us again for another NASCAR adventure.
I still think it was rigged.
Which part? The whole part where Kenny won?
No, that too.